Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach and let me check the camera. Okay, that looks good. So I'm going to switch gears. I still haven't done a 7.1 update for rocks, but I will do that. I have a vacation coming up very soon. Time should be getting a little bit more open, even though I'm not very pressed for time these days. I think I'm just delaying the kind of not low level work, but just the cleaning up bits to get done with that. And then I got distracted by the Transpire stuff, the analyzer, code fix stuff. And I went, I don't even have a 1.0 release of this. And I think it's about time to finally say, let's actually do a full 1.0 release of this. So I changed, go back here, I changed the 1.0 milestone, well, what was like 0.6 to being this. And this now means that when all this is done, we should have a full release. So there's some just cleanup things. I think this update packages is actually in this project updates as well. If I remember right, we can probably changelog. Yeah, so we'll handle that. I think we'll do this. I just kind of repeated the two here. Yeah, so let's edit. Put that here, update comment. Let's come back over to here and say update packages. There's no really way to delete it. We just say close. So what we're going to close it by. Handled with number 25. Okay, so come back here. We'll go to milestones, and now we should have 3 open. So we're going to just do the first one. The other two, the next one I'm going to do is actually this binary number literals one. This is actually kind of interesting because I'm kind of wondering, should I make this a refactoring or should I make this an analyzer with a code fix? So the point is that if you have a constant or really any literal value for a binary number, and so where this all happens, it could be the default value for an optional parameter. It can show up in a whole bunch of spots. What I want is a refactoring to say, put this in here. And of course, now if you put like I think it's an I or an L or whatever I forget what they call it, but where you can put an L after something, that means it's actually a long. So the point is I find these easier to read. And so it'd be cool to have a refactoring for this, but refactorings aren't offered unless you click on them. And what I would like this is to be an analyzer, which from an analyzer standpoint, it being a warning or an error feels pretty harsh. So I can define it as an informational, but then you can put in your editor config to say, oh no, this is an error. And so if you ever do this, it will immediately light up. That's something I'm going to have to think about to go, well, warnings and errors to me mean you're doing something that could really cause problems. This is just an aesthetic. This is just, there's literally no difference between these in values or performance or anything like that. But if something doesn't wake me up, I'm not going to do anything about it. If it's just an informational thing, I usually don't look at those as often because it doesn't stop me in my tracks. And a refactoring, I have to remember, oh yeah, invoke the refactoring. So that's where I'm like the terminology warning and error. I get why from a compilation standpoint, but it would, to me, be like an informational as I'm informing you about it. So I guess it's naming semantics, whatever. But we're going to do this one, and then the other one is the system collections type. I thought maybe do a code fix for this, but that'd be really hard. But I want to do something to say if you're using any type within system collections, and using can be a whole bunch of things. Maybe you're newing one up. Maybe you're defining a type that has a property that has this, or an indexer that has this as the indexers. That would be really not a good idea, but you could. Maybe a method has an argument or a return type of these things. Constructor has this as an argument. So they can show up in a lot of places. You could have it as a field. So this one's, and again, the reason I have this package out here primarily is just a way to explore and to keep trying new things that I think at least make reasonable sense to do is an analyzer, code fix, refactoring, or source generator. So first thing we need to do is the project updates. So we want to add first of all, we want to make a branch. That's always the first thing. So we are in the main. So we're going to say new branch, right? Why is there new branch option? Wait a minute. That's going to, okay, fine, whatever. 25, what did I call this? Project updates. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is go into rocks, because that should have changelog file. Where's the changelog file? Oh, we have it right at the, okay. It's fine, I guess. I'm not always very consistent with things, but that's fine. We'll just put it there. Okay. And so we'll put it in solution items here. And actually, we should add, what else is at this level? Editor config, this. Wait a minute. Oh, they're at the solution level. Well, that makes sense. We want those. We also want to go to central package management. We want to do that as well. But we can add these. And then we also want existing items, just so we can get to them. We want the changelog. We want license and the README. Sure, whatever. Okay. So what did I just say? We want package, central package management. Use central package management. Okay, so we're just basically trying to do changelog. Okay, so this will be 1.0.0 to be determined, and that's it, because we're not going to have anything. We're going to have like added, right? Yeah. Whoops, my mouse went flying. Wait, why am I? Yeah, okay. You know what? We're going to do this. There. Okay. So we're going to say added and analyzer and code fix for literal binary values. I mean, this is the plan, right? So we're going to just say this is number 22. 22 in Transpire, and then 22. And then we're also going to do add an analyzer. We're probably going to not do a code fix to flag system.collection.star type usage. And that is 23. Okay. There we go. So we got the changelog done. Yay. What's the next thing? See, this is all easy. Use central package management. So if I remember right, with rocks, there's a couple flags you got to switch. Excuse me, not switch. So we want to say in the build props, I think that's where we want to say, yeah, manage package versions centrally. So we don't need targets anymore, do we? No, we don't need that anymore. We can delete that. And actually, we want to make sure that we don't have that actually floating around anywhere, because that should be gone. Okay. So we want to come into here, LM, and manage package version centrally. Now, I don't think this, we also want to make this 1.0.0. Okay. That all looks good. Mostly looks good. We don't need a symbol package format. That's actually something that I realize is that we really don't need to create a symbol package for an analyzer, because you don't actually step into this if you're releasing it. So I'm pretty sure we don't actually need to do that. Okay. So what's next? I think, yeah, you can't just suddenly say, hey, build, come on, build. I know that you can actually just say build it and it's automatically, oh, you're going to fail. Oh, I bet I know why. Because now suddenly these are, yeah, I don't think this really works well. Like if you want to upgrade a project, I don't think it actually has a great way to say, hey, you know what? I'd love for you to just put everything in something like this. You know, that would be ideal. So we want to say add existing item, and we want to say packages. Great, except we don't need all these. Holy cow. We definitely don't need all these. But what we do probably need is at least these to start. We can grab this. And wait, what were these? These are package version, right? So we want to say package version. And I know there's probably some way to say just, and we don't care about that or making them private assets or anything like that. Okay, so now we can come back over here and now we can get rid of these. This is what I mean by once you have this in place, I feel like it's actually better. But trying to upgrade a current project, I don't think there's no magic detection and editing and updating. Maybe there is. I don't know. It's possible, but I'm not sure. By the way, the issue I had with the analyzer on my day-to-day project, it just worked. Like I came back on Monday and I tried it again and everything seemed to work. I don't know what I did or did not do or what happened, but it worked. The only thing I can possibly think of is that somehow I had a cache version in the global cache. And so what I did is I just cleared out everything, started over, and then it worked. So sometimes you just let it cool down for a little bit, and then it seems to all work. We're going to get rid of the V6 project directly. We don't want that or need that anymore. So let's actually just say bye-bye to that because there's no reason for that. We will change that eventually. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here. Yeah, these all now need to go on the packages, except change package reference to package version, change all those. And this is where I wish this would kind of sort itself. You know what I mean? So, okay, we got those. And now we take the versions off. It'd be interesting if you're watching this and if you know that central package management has a way to be like automatically updated. That would be awesome because I would really like that. That'd be great. That would be great, as they say in the vernacular. Okay, so we got that updated now. What about performance? Sure, we can put benchmark in here. Eventually we'll get to this at some point in the near future. No. Yes. There, got it. Come back over here, remove it. And then we want to, go here and scenarios. And we want to say, what do we have up here in the build? Don't we say, yeah, we already all disable. Oh, that's right, because we want this to be very clear to just being the analyzers and stuff that we see. Okay. So now what happens if we build? Do we at least get all the things? And we succeeded. That's good. Let's actually come up to here and say manage. You get packages for solution because let's get all the updates because why not? So analyzers, some of that stuff. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do it. Let's go for it. Accept. That is awesome. Well, We think it's awesome. Let's see if it actually lets us run all the tests. Dereference of a possibly null reference. Well, of course you'd do that, right? So for each of type, so this is a enumerable, because then that should be, okay, fine, whatever. Oh, is it the name? I'm sorry. There we go. Okay, sure. And this is, no, I can't use argument null exception throw if no, because the analyzer is a .NET Standard 2.0. I can't stand that. I really, 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 really wish that would be addressed, but I know that's one of those things I think are going to just take years. Okay, cool. We got that updated. So what does that mean? We now have changelog, central package management. Yeah, so now we want the README file in the project. So let's see what we do here. It's funny how a lot of stuff I do is just copy pasta. So we do want an icon. Do we want an icon? Yeah, we do want an icon eventually at some point. Create an icon. Actually, can't you we do this on our, something like that, and then you do preview? Yeah, and then you can click it on and off, but that one's not letting me do that for some reason. I know we do this. Hold on. Yeah, that does work. I just was being silly because actually we just need to put that. When you say preview, it shows you the preview, but it doesn't actually let you like change it. So actually, let's put the space in there. Nah. Okay. Update comment. Okay, so we've added a changelog. We're doing central package management. Yeah, because now you have 2 of 7 tasks. I like that. It looks a little nicer. I need to do that for everything I'm doing. And actually, we should say tasks. Just update the comment. And, I should have a template. There's so much I should have in my life. Okay, focus. What we need here now are all these things. We have some of these, not all of them. So we're going to come down here. So what don't we have? We have this. We're going to get to that at some point. We want to put the README in here. There. That takes care of that. Oh, and then we need the README. I want to grab that. Project read, REA, README file. There we go. Boom. Is there anything else we want to stuff in here? Include symbols. I don't know if we need to. I don't think we do. Package release, no, it's license file, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I think it's all good. I think we're all good. Okay, so now we've done that. We've updated the package references. We'll create an icon later. Remove okay, now we need to do that. So we're going to rename this to just scenarios. So then come into here. In any place we have this EFS, change that to that. In the current project, replace all. Thank you. Come on, go away. Okay, and then I don't think we really do anything. Yeah, this is a pretty simple project. Okay, except we needed to now reference. And so we want to do here, we want to do a project reference where we reference that one, except we want to say output item type is equal to analyzer. And now when we do that, what's going to be interesting is now these are all going to fail. Oh, yeah, that's golden. Well, it's good. I mean, that's what we want in a way. I didn't quite think this through, though, because, we got all this, but now if I build, it's going to fail. See? And that's not what we want. I think what we want is another solution that uses the Transpire and the Transpire scenarios. And so that's kind of our V6 thing, except it's cross-platform. You just open up that solution to bring these up. I kind of like that. Let's do that. Okay, so we're going to say here, just it'll be removed. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to rename this. Thank you. Actually, you know what we're going to do is we're going to add it back in. And the reason we're going to add it back in is you're going to see why in a moment. Existing project. And we're going to say, nope, Transpire there, and then source, and then scenarios, and then this. Okay. And the reason why is because I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say open the Transpire solution itself. And I'm going to say save as transpire.scenarios. Okay. Except in this case, we don't care about the tests. These are just like file references. The build and the props I can see are kind of nice to have. Scenarios, we don't need that. And so all we need is C1 and 4.0. 5B. Yeah, those don't ever show up here. These are just, yeah. So we just need this and then this. And then I don't know what that is. Extensibility globals. I don't know what that is. I'm going to take that off. Okay, so let's go into Visual Studio. And let's say open a solution. Now, I don't like necessarily doing this while this one's open, because open a project or solution. Let's come into here, say this, and go into source, go into scenarios. And now what this is, the only reason we do this, one of our projects was not open correctly. Oh, yeah, you know, it would help. Reload. There you go. At least I picked that up. And now if we come into here, all these things should start getting flagged, right? At some point. Yep, there we go. Cool. That's exactly what I want. I like that. Okay, perfect. So we got that in place. And so that, and then change literal strings to raw strings. But we're going to do that in the next one and create an icon. And then we'll actually start working on those 2 extra things for this project. Thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.